Hi everyone, this is Ida of Created to Create. Welcome back to my channel. If you are not 18 years or older, this video content is not intended for you. I wanted to share a couple of new products that I got in. I love fall, guys, and I love the colors of the leaves, and I love sunflowers, and even though sunflowers are not fall flowers, we seem to associate them with autumn and fall. So I bought I was messing around on Amazon. I'm always looking on Amazon, looking for something different. And I found a stamp die, and I have been learning how to color. So I was looking for bigger stamp sets. Let me move this light. No, that's not enough. Bigger stamp sets that I could color and that I could see the images clearly. So when I was messing around on Amazon, I found this sunflower one, and then it combined both. I love sunflowers and I love bees, so it has both. And it also has sentiments. When I first picked this up, I thought it was a like an AliExpress type of stamp set, but it's packaged very nicely. It does have like 3 different bees, and then it even has the little trail, the little flight trail of the bee. And then it's got a little sentiment that says, be happy, XOXO. Life is a flower of which love is the honey, and sending you sunshine. And then, of course, it's got this beautiful big sunflower. So the main reason I bought it was because it had the sunflower. But the bees and the sentiments were a bonus for me, and it was very economical. So I will link it in the description box. That will be an affiliate link. And what that means is that if you were to purchase this stamp set or anything that I share with any of my affiliate links, then I would make a small commission. It doesn't cost you any more or any less. It just means that I make a commission for promoting their products. So, and like I said, I really like the price point on this one. And when I stamped it out, I was pleasantly surprised because I'm going to tell you what I use. I've been turning away from stamping with a very dark, very harsh black ink like StazOn or anything like that. But they came out with a new one. It's called VersaFine Clear. And this one is a gray one, and it is a pigment ink, and this one is called Morning Mist, and it's like a dark gray. And I think I like this better than the shocking contrast between white and black. So I think this gray, dark gray, kind of just softens that up. And I really like the way this is working, and this works well with alcohol markers. So that is what I have been using to stamp. And when I stamped it, the image was so crisp. Being that, you know, whenever we get a new stamp, we kind of have to prep it, you know, put plenty of ink or StazOn or something to get the ink to cling to the stamp. I didn't have to do that with this one. I was very surprised that it stamped out very, very clear. And I didn't do it twice or anything, just one time. And I'll show you my project in a minute, and you will see that it's very crisp. And I only inked it once to stamp it, and I didn't even use black. I used the gray. So that's one of the new products that I picked up. I haven't been playing too much, guys, because like I said in my previous video, I am having some medical issues that I'm dealing with, and hopefully those will get resolved pretty soon. And on top of what was already going on, I was also found to have diabetes. But I am so grateful because at the stage that I'm at, I don't need to go on any pills or on insulin. I just need to change my diet, and not the amount that I eat, but what I eat. So it is doable, guys. And it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's doable. And then the other thing I picked up is this stamp And this is by Stampendous, and I love the sentiment. It went perfect with my stamp set. It says sunflower wishes and honeybee kisses. I thought that was the perfect coordinating stamp to go with my sunflower stamp and bees. So I used that. And I shared this in a haul before, these two honeycomb panels or panel dies or card fronts, whatever you want to call them. And I did get the large one that's back here, and then I also got the smaller one. For my project I used the large one. And to cut my panel out, I did use the frame on the smaller one. So I did use these. These are retired from Tattered Lace. Normally what I do is I go on eBay and I type in Tattered Lace dies, and I'll just scroll through that, you know, when I'm really not doing anything. Right now I am having to take it easy. So I have a lot of time on my hands right now, but I can't be up and down. That's why I really haven't been creating that much or cleaning my craft room. I was organizing, but I had to stop that. But I'll scroll down on days that I don't really have anything to do and just see what they have, what's new on there. And one day these happened to be on there as a set, and they were really a very good price, and they were both together, so that was really nice. So those are the things that I wanted to share with you. I'm not going to link the Tattered Lace dies because that is something you will have to search for, and eventually, hopefully one day you will find them or something similar to it. But I know the sunflower stamp is available. I know this is available. I'm not sure about this sentiment, but I will look to see, because I think it said they only had one left and I picked it up. But if I find it, I will link it. So those are the items that I picked up for my project. And another thing that I use for my project is this washi tape. And this washi tape came from Amazon as well. I think this one is still available. It's a little bit more pricey than what we're used to paying at Hobby Lobby for washi tape, but it's very, very pretty, you know. And I buy washi tape because I think it's pretty, and then I don't ever use it. So this time I decided to go ahead and try my hand on using washi tape. So that's another thing that I use, but I have shared that one before. So here is my card that I created. I told you guys I was learning how to color because that doesn't take any really physical effort on my part right now that I'm on my, you know, trying to get better. So on my downtime, I can just sit there and pull out my Copics and color, and it also relaxes me, and I needed that because of my blood pressure. So I've been learning how to color, and I love the way the sunflower came out. I will link some of the Copics that I used here. These are not Copic markers. These are my cheapy markers that I'm learning with because my Copic markers are not here. But I do own, you know, a handful of Copic markers. And to be quite honest, guys, Copic, buying the right tools does make your job easier. So by using the Copic brush, the sketch markers, they have a brush tip and it just blends so seamlessly. So that will really help you versus a alcohol marker that has a very hard pointy nib or tip. It's harder to blend those, especially if you're just learning like me. So but I'll choose something that's in the colors that I use in case you guys want to start learning how to color. And I did link a video in my previous video on the 2 videos that I watched, and that's all I really needed, guys. I haven't gone back to look at any other videos because that lady's video, she explained everything so well that I was able to pick up on it or understand what she was saying. So I kind of just, after those 2 videos, I just ran with it. Although I do recommend that when you're coloring something, especially a flower that's realistic, I would pull up an image and look at it, just kind of look at it for a little bit. That way you can refer to it when you're coloring your flower. So anyway, this is what I did. And you can't tell on the wings, I don't think, maybe. But I use Wink of Stella on the wings and some gray markers. And then, of course, the yellow for the bees. And I really love the way it looks. Here is that panel. And even though these came out, because it's a thick cardstock, some of them tend to stay in. And I left them the way they were because that's what I was going for. Something organic, something, you know, not so perfect, you know, that everything was poked out and all of that. So I left some of the honeycomb or hexagon shapes inside the die cut. I did back it with some brown cardstock that I've had for years in my stash. And then, of course, my base is just a 110-pound white cardstock, and it does measure 5.5, but I think it measures about 8 inches. I think it measures about 8 inches in height because I did want to use this large. Die from Tattered Lace. And then here is that sentiment right here, and I cut it out with this die. Was gifted to me. I don't remember who gave me that die, but during one of the swaps, one of the amazing crafters that we have in our crafty community, she gifted me with a set of these dies, and I use that to cut out the sentiment and put it in front. Normally you would put a larger sentiment, and this would be like a sub sentiment, but I just like this. I like the way it goes together and everything. So if I was to do, this could be anything. This could be a birthday thank you. It could be anything, because the inside in black is blank. I could stamp anything referring to someone's birthday, or just because, or a thank you, anything like that. And this really doesn't, you know, it doesn't insinuate that it's a birthday or Christmas or nothing like that. So it's more of a generic one, and I like that. And I did put it on some foam sheets. I do use foam to back my cards instead of using that expensive tape. I use foam sheets. I will link some in the description box. They're not very, I think they might be a 2 millimeter thick foam, and they're just white. Depending on what color I'm doing, that's the color of foam sheets that I use. And then I picked up this felt and foam tacky glue, and it does work, so I really like it. And that's what I use to glue the foam to the back of my card panel and also to the base of my card. And I like this. So if I find this on Amazon, I will link it for you guys. For me, sometimes it's cheaper for me to just go on Amazon and buy it than go to the next town over to get it, because not only is fuel expensive, it's also, you know, quite a bit. And it takes me quite a bit to get there, so, and back. And right now, with my health, I just can't do it. So anyway, I'll link that. And then here's the washi tape. I cut out a strip of, I didn't cut out, I had a strip left over that I cut off the panel. And all I did was adhere the washi to that strip, leaving it long enough that I could turn it under the strip. And then I just added some double-sided tape and stuck it on here. That way I know it's not going to come off. Almost the way we do ribbon. Very similar to the way we do ribbon, that we tuck it under. That's what I did here. But this is what I created. I hope that you all like what I created, that this inspires you. And I have to tell you that coloring is so relaxing. And if you've been thinking of doing it, and you have alcohol markers or any type of markers, I say just do it, guys, because it's relaxing. And by watching that video that I had linked, I think that will really help you. Thanks for watching. I hope everyone is having a great day, and God bless. Bye.